Good morning, George Peabody School. I have Lovey Dove here with me today, and Lovey is feeling worried. She's feeling worried today, and not just your regular kind of worried. Lovey is feeling a bad case of the what ifs. Have you ever had the what ifs? It's a kind of worry that gets stuck in your mind, and it makes you feel like you can't have any control over things that haven't even happened yet. It sounds a little bit like, what if we don't win the soccer game? Or what if I forget to do my homework? Or what if I don't know the answer on the test? Or what if I can't spell that word? Now, the what ifs can get a hold of adults too. And so I wanted to talk about these what ifs because with everything going on in the world, the election and the virus and distance learning, we all have a lot of what ifs, don't we? They just affect everybody a little differently. So Lovey Dove has a list. That's how much they've been affecting her. This is Lovey Dove's list. What if Turtle Dove doesn't like school on Zoom? What if Turtle Dove or I get sick? What if the Kimochis argue over the election? Wow, you've got quite a list there, Lovey. Well, Clover has recommended a book for us to read together because Clover is very optimistic. And Clover, when things don't go his way, he doesn't get stuck in the what ifs. He looks on the bright side. So Clover wanted us to read all about the what ifs in a book called The What Ifs by Emily Kilgore. Should we read it together? Here we go. The what ifs. Cora was a nervous girl. Always jumpy, always on edge, always wondering if something grim was going to happen. Because of this, the what ifs loved her. Heavy, lumpy, and grumpy, the what ifs are everywhere. In bright rooms and dark corners, in busy hallways and hushed libraries, in big cities and small towns, they slink in from unknown places, swiftly attaching themselves to people when they least expect it. Then they whisper a question so quietly, so softly, so gently that the person usually doesn't know the what ifs are there at all. From the moment the sun first peeked through her window in the morning to the time she pulled a warm quilt over her head at night, Cora's what ifs followed her every move. What if my dog runs away? What if I forget my homework? What if the sun stops shining? What if my crayon breaks? Many people think about their what ifs for a moment or two, but can briskly brush them off. Cora, though, could not. It didn't matter the what ifs questions were silly or frightening, likely or impossible. As soon as Cora thought about them, the what ifs grabbed hold of her. One week, Cora had more what ifs than usual. Her piano recital was just days away. Even though she had practiced and perfected her song, the what ifs started creeping in. What if my fingers shake? Cora questioned on Monday. What if I make a mistake? Cora wondered on Tuesday. What if nobody comes? She thought on Wednesday. What if too many people come? She worried on Thursday. By the day of her recital, the weight of the what ifs felt unbearable. Cora stood backstage, anxiously awaiting her turn to perform. The longer she waited, the more what ifs appeared, each one grabbing hold and weighing her down more than the last. What if I trip on stage? What if the bench is too tall? What if the pedals are squeaky? What if I start coughing? What if I play the wrong note? What if nobody claps? Cora, a small voice whispered, are you all right? Oh, great, Cora thought. What if Stella thinks I'm a crybaby? What if she doesn't understand? It's nothing, was all Cora could muster. Before a tiny sob escaped her thinly pressed lips. It doesn't sound like nothing, Stella said. Cora took a deep breath. and said in a hushed voice, I just have too many what ifs. They make me imagine bad things that could happen, like what if I mess up, or what if I sneeze during my song? Everybody gets what ifs, Cora. Just a minute ago I asked myself, what if Cora's sad and I can help? Listening to Stella, Cora started to wonder, what if she can help me? What if I can trust her? I wish mine were like that. My what ifs are grim. Cora looked down. Do you ever have good what ifs? Stella asked. I didn't know there were good ones, Cora whispered. Of course there are, Stella said. Like, what if there's chocolate cake after our recital? Or what if I play better than ever? Cora chimed in, peering out at the boy pounding his piece on the piano. Cora suddenly felt her what-ifs begin to change. The heavy, lumpy, and grumpy what-ifs slowly slunk away while new ones arrived in their place. Just then, the teacher announced it was Cora's turn. Cora walked out to the piano without tripping. The bench was just the right height. Her hands quivered as they hovered over the keys. But then she sat down and began to play, and the grim what-if slowly continued to disappear until... Clunk! She hit the wrong note. Oh no! What if everybody laughs at me? What if I get booed off the stage? Cora wanted to cry. She tried to ignore the people staring, waiting for her next move, but then, out of the corner of her eye, Cora saw Stella. What if I can do this? She asked herself. Cora took a deep breath and started to play again with confidence. Her fingers danced across the keys. When she finished, the room filled with applause. Cora took her bow and smiled at Stella. She couldn't help but wonder, what if I made a new friend today? And there is chocolate cake. Wow. Wow, Lovey, did you hear all that? Did you know there could be good what-ifs? So what if we looked at your list? What if Turtle Dove doesn't like school on Zoom? Could we maybe change that or think differently about it? What if Turtle Dove learns new skills because of distance learning? What if Turtle Dove or I get sick? Or what if we keep practicing all the safety precautions that have kept us healthy so far? What if the Kimochis argue over the election? Well, what if everyone practices the keys like helpful words and talking voices, even if they disagree? You know, everyone gets the what-ifs, even grown-ups. But if we sit in our worries, and if we don't try to train our brain to think about them in an optimistic way and maybe think about things in a more positive way, and we get stuck in that negativity, it's a harder way to walk through the world. So what if training your brain is not so easy? What if changing your negative what-ifs to positive what-ifs is really hard, which it can be? Can you get yourself busy doing positive things? What if you could worry less and feel better doing things like reading, biking, dancing, making art, exercising, just getting outside? What if you did these things and the result is that you feel better and you're worrying less? So trying these strategies, turning your negative what-ifs to positive what-ifs, or busying yourself with positive things to make your worries smaller, could just help you feel better in general. Give these strategies a try, and I'd love to hear how that's going for you and your family members. Grown-ups love to learn from you, so teach these strategies to older siblings or your family members, your parents and grandparents and guardians and caregivers and aunties and uncles. I'd love to hear how it goes. And until I see you again, bye.